friend. Let's do this. We got this.
So, okay, let's be honest. Transformation sounds glorious until you're actually in it. Healing is basically, I'm fine, wait, I'm not, and hold on, I think I'm enlightened, and then never mind, I'm not. So today we're unpacking the truth about growth, the kind that feels good, the kind that hurts, and the kind that makes you laugh at yourself. So I think that this conversation is needed because people are constantly asking, like, what's the point of healing if something else is going to happen? And I'm going to go right back to being in pain or right back to what's the point of all of this?
Yes, that's a great question to ask yourself. But when you can ask the question, what is the point in going, what is the point in doing this and going back to where I am? Why can't you ask the question, what is the point? Why can't I do this and go forward?
That's
Why
true.
not? When you can ask a question, going and live, wanting to live in the past, ask a question. Okay, let me. Anyway, this is dropped on my lap. Why can't I ask a question and move forward?
That's
See, it's that easy, right?
just that
It's
simple.
not as. It's not that it's. Yes, we all have our past where it's a comfort zone. I would say it's a little bit of a comfort zone where we want to live there, and we feel, oh, this happened to me, and I feel bad, but it's time to just pick up, push off the dust, and move on. That's what I think.
That's true. That's true. I do believe, though, that from every turmoil or from every hard part of your life,
Mhm.
something beautiful can grow out of it. So I believe that we need that hard time to be able to become that resilient person if you allow yourself to.
Yes, yes, yes. I agree. And pain happens inevitably. It's inevitable. Pain happens. Suffering is a choice. You
Yeah.
choose to suffer or you don't choose to suffer. That is a choice, right? Pain happens. It's inevitable. Karma is real, my friend. Karma is real. So it does happen. But choose to suffer. You want to sit down there and suffer, or you want to get up and say, you know what, this happened, but it's only for a short time. That is a huge healing process and a transformation that's going to happen in your life. It happened in mine. So, and I'm sure it happened in a lot of people's lives. So it's always good to see the glass half full, right? If not half full, I'm going to fill it up more. Or you want to see it half empty and I'm just going to empty all that, right? So see how it's all a perspective on how you see things, right?
It's how what kind of glasses we're wearing. 'Cause, like, if your glasses are super dirty and they're blurring out what the future can hold, then you're just seeing the blurriness. You're just seeing the gunk. But the point
Yeah.
is to take the glasses, clean it up, and see what else can you see more clear.
Absolutely. I love that experiment where you have somebody puts like dirt in the glass and the water, this muddy water, and they keep it under running tap water. And the more the water starts coming and you see the glass clearing out, I love that. I tried it myself. It actually works.
What is it like
And
that experience? Like when you do that experience, like what is it that you get out of it? Because you could see
yeah.
what's happening, but what do you get out of it?
Oh, as I was seeing, I was feeling some transformation on the inside, something happening on the inside because it was almost like I'm emptying my glass on the inside, right? So the experiment I did is I took one pain that I had. And I said, you know what? I'm a curious George, basically. I like to do things and see how things work. Literally, I would call myself a curious George. So I went, took the glass, put it under the tap, and I said, okay, let me think of that one pain that I'm not able to let go, right? And I just let the tap running. And as I saw, I said, oh, that's me. I can see myself. But as the water started clearing all that gunk out of that glass, my whole body felt lighter. And I felt like there is some kind of a light glowing on the inside because the water was clear. So I was relating directly to that clear water. And I am telling you, Denise, it is the most beautiful thing. You should try it. You should try it just for
I
fun.
I
Try
am
it.
gonna
And
try it.
after the water got drained out, of course, I forgot to turn off the tap for a little bit, but other than that, the water drained out because I was so busy, so enjoying that moment of what was happening on the inside. So there are a lot of these small little nuggets that you can do for yourself. Or it need not be transformation. I'm going to sit in front of a candle and just meditate, om, all the time. These small, small little things add so much value to your life. And who is going to do this for you? Nobody but you, right? We don't have cheerleaders on the bleachers. We don't have people waiting for us. So we have to take it upon us, save ourselves, do it. I would guarantee that small experiments like this, putting your feet in the salt water, right? Something like that. And you go to the beach, just stand in the water and just look up to the sky. It just drains up all the negative energies that's coming out of you. The salt water has that uh, property to disintegrate. So small, small little things is what I think helps a lot.
What I heard from like what you said, because I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and we were having the discussion of like turning off your feelings, or just like we have to feel our feelings, and we don't have to just meditate. There's not just one angle to get to where that peace and clarity of becoming resilient or getting whatever you desire, dream, to get to that destination. There is multiple ways of how to get there, and just like how you said, standing at the beach, letting the water drain that energy, like those bad energy, but also just watching like that gunk get out of the cup. So it doesn't have to mean that you just have to meditate and then you're going to become enlightened and all the answers are given to you. It's
Oh,
how do you figure out the best method, the best vehicle to take
mm-hmm.
away all that suppressed emotion, all that feeling that you continuously keep holding inside and holding it to dear life because you think if you let it go, something bad is going to happen to you. What is the best way for you to be able to release all of that and be present in your life? Be able to make decisions in your life that is not fear ridden or anxiety ridden. It's a decision of almost authentic, purely for yourself and for
Yes.
love, all that.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. What is the best way? You had a great question, right? How people always ask this question: is there the right way to do this? Is there a right way to meditate? Is there a right way to? What is the right way? Is your way? Let's start from there, right? What works for one person may not work for the other person. For me, service is meditation. Donation is meditation. When I am driving and I see somebody sitting there, by the light, I just say, "Hey, are you hungry?" And he says, "Yes, ma'am." "Okay, you stay right here. I'm going to make a U-turn and get you some food." That's meditation for me, right? When they take that food from your hands, it blows your mind off. It's just so beautiful. And that's my form of meditation, right? And I do twin heart meditation. I'm from the Global Foundation of Grandmaster Chopak Sui, Great Soul. I am a pranic healer. I'm certified pranic healer. So for me, whatever the modalities they have taught me is really making me even come here and sit and chat with you today, right? If not for the GMCKS pranic healing, I'm not advertising, absolutely not. But this is what I have to give my invocation thanks to that organization, right? But without that, it's so you find your way. That was my way. Finding this pranic healing was my way of finding peace within me, right? And ever since, and for everybody, for somebody, for me, it is service, a service towards humanity is meditation. I don't sit in front of a candle. I cannot do that. I would be like looking at the flame of the candle and I'm like, oh, which direction it's swaying. I tried that. I went and sat, okay. Then somebody said, no, go sit by the fireplace, you know? I did that. That was hilarious. I sat by the fireplace and the chimney was open on the top of my house. The minute I closed my eyes, I could hear the birds chirping. I could hear everything through that fireplace wind, and I could not focus. It was so difficult. I tried to do transcendental meditation, and they said you got to sit before the fire, and meditate. I'm like, oh God, no, there are birds. What, And suddenly I thought, I hope I turned off that fire because you don't want things happening. So these are not good thoughts. I said, so this is not my place. Then I started discovering what is the best place then. Can I sit in front of a candle? That didn't work. Right. And then I said, okay, when I was driving, naturally came to me. I saw somebody. I said, hey, are you hungry? Let me go grab you some food. And they said, yes, ma'am. And God bless you. There it is. That's my place. So ever since then, that's what I do. But for you, it could be something else. And what is yours? Let me hear your story. What is yours? What makes you want to find that peace and what helps you?
Well, I like throughout my journey of life, I had different avenues. So like at the beginning, painting was my avenue. So anything I
Mhm.
felt, I used to paint, and I used to sit in the corner of my house just painting. I had my little my easel and my canvases, load of it. Then from painting went to music, which was dancing. From dancing went to crocheting. That became almost like a part of meditation because crocheting it's a pattern. So it's like almost like you have to have a perfect design. You have to get in tuned into it. Then from crocheting, it went to baking because now other people can eat that love and cooking. So I was just baking and cooking all the time because it was my meditative state of how do you make something out of nothing? How do you create beauty from something that is just
Right.
ingredients all over the world, like all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's more of like, how do I sit with myself and listen to myself and have a relationship with myself? Which meditation has become part of that. And literally just sitting there and talking to myself was the perfect way of me just becoming one of my best friends.
There you go. That's it. That's what you found. But you had to go through all of these layers. It's like peeling the onion layers, right? You had to peel those layers to find finally that blossom, correct?
Mhm.
So we call this Om Mani Padme Om. I don't know if you've heard of this term before. It's Om, Mani is a jewel, and Padme means flower, lotus flower,
Mhm.
and Om, right? How the lotus flower, you don't see it, right? It struggles at the bottom of the waters with the roots all tangled, and it's really struggling to come out, right? But it goes through all that struggle and it blooms so beautifully. It comes out and above the water, and all we see is that flower, the pretty lotus, but we don't see the struggles it go through under, right? That's how life is. But only you know, only that lotus knows what it went through. People only see, oh, they start taking pictures of it. But do people go underwater and take pictures of what it's going through, the process? No, only you know. And that's what I always tell myself too. Only I know the struggle that I'm going through. And small, small things that you do in order to make yourself just that few seconds happy. It can be the silliest thing too. For me, yes, I go and do service. But if I'm at home, I'm not going to be driving all day, all along. But I still have to find something else. You won't believe cutting vegetables is my therapy. I love cutting vegetables, precisely the tiniest. You give me all the vegetables in your refrigerator. I will cut it, I will bag it and freeze it for you. Probably
Okay.
start that as a company, cutting vegetables.
Hey, sadly, I have a bunch of vegetables that I need to cut. So,
Yeah, yes. No, seriously, that I just cut it and it makes me so therapeutic when I do that. So that is my go-to if I'm home. And meditation, of course. Meditation is part and parcel of life. So all these modalities that you're doing in order to find that inner peace, and it's all different modalities, different forms and different, it takes different flavors, but it's all achieving oneness with a higher soul. It all these merges at one point for each and every one of us, and we're taking it higher,
Yeah.
right? So which doesn't, so people say, oh, mine is better, your nobody's is better. Nobody's is better. Nobody can train somebody, say, this is what, when people say, trust me, that's a red flag immediately. Based on what? Right? So do what makes you happy. Do what, healing has to be yours and yours only,
It's a choice.
right?
It's a choice.
It's a choice. And the choice you make, nobody else can make that for you. Healing is a choice that you make. How I want to heal. Yes, there are out there forms like pranic healing, Reiki, Qigong, meditations. There are so many different modalities out there, different, pick what resonates with you the most, right? We cannot say, oh no, this is the only way. Then what happens? You're already putting a lid and putting a lock on it for somebody. Hey, try this, try that. And I feel that when your body can hurt itself so much, you're allowing it to. It doesn't do on its own. We're allowing it to. Why can't we allow it to find that peace and happiness in that place? Why can't we allow it to let go? Let go. Just let go. Is all I say. Just let go. Life happens. But lingering in that, life happens. This happened to me, but you don't understand. No, we do. But we don't want to keep you there. We all do. Try, like it's what do you say? When somebody, I have had somebody come and tell me, but Sandy, you don't understand what happened to me that day. I understand. But do you understand that you don't need to stay there?
Hmm.
Right? So 10 minutes you're talking about what happened to you, but the 10 minutes you could have said, you know what? This happened to me. Think for a second. Okay, this is a learning lesson. What can I get out of it?
Yeah.
Right? That would save a lot of energy for you, a lot of time, and add value more to your life than going back. Because the clock does not go back unless it's under repair. Mine was started going backwards once. It was under repair. Like, no, the needle just won't move, but it kept moving the other way.
The other way. It was broken. Oh, that's true.
So but it still is broken. That's why it did that.
Yeah.
It
But
did not say that I'm going to turn your clock back. I'm broken.
I'm broken.
Right?
The clock doesn't go back.
So I'm like, you're broke, I'm broke. Perfect. We both are broke. I can't do that because it's not going to stop for me. So the
Yeah.
universe doesn't work that way. Universe is guiding you. I'm a huge believer of the universe. The universe is my CEO, my CFO, my boss, my everything. Wake up in the morning. Whatever you plan for me, you are my CEO. Plan the day. Or tell me execute and I'll execute.
I do want to add because you were saying like the energy that we put in, right? But it
Mm-hmm.
costs us the exact same energy to stay in one place, like stay in the story, to deciding to not stay in the story. It takes the exact same amount of energy. It just depends on where is it
Yes.
that you want. What is it that you want out of it? Do you want to
Yeah.
stay? What is it benefiting you? Because for some people that does benefit them, but
In
some
what
people
way?
want to stay there.
In what way?
People can still grow because they maybe haven't learned the big lesson. So they're
Mm-hmm.
sitting there continuously having traits and growing these traits from that bad place or that story that they continuously keep telling themselves. Because from one story, we can learn multiple of things. It's not just one thing that we learn.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So sometimes the story that we continue telling ourselves is because we need a bunch of skills to be able to enjoy the life that we actually want to live. Now, if you
True.
stay stuck there, then that's a choice. But how can you
Mm-hmm.
make it benefit you anyways? Even if you're
The
choosing.
story, you're right. I agree to a certain point that yes, we cannot deny, we cannot be in denial. It
Mm-hmm.
happened. Whatever happened, happened. But just staying there for too long will only make it more painful,
True.
is what I say. Okay, say, for example, I'm riding a bike and I fell. Let's take that as an example. A simple example is riding a bike, right? I'm learning to ride this bike and I fell. This the process is learning to ride the bike, correct? And I was doing great and I dropped, right? But then I bruised my knee. Am I going? Yes, that is something happened. It's a pain. It's a physical pain and also emotionally. Oh my God, am I good for this? See, we start going into that mode of self-sabotage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so am I good for this? All that's happening. Do I want to sit there and just keep rooting and have go pass buyers and they come and say, "Oh, you're okay," and get all that sympathy? Yes, it's great. I can do that and sit there for 3 hours and just be in pain. Or, okay, this happened for a few seconds. Give it time. Feel the pain. I'm not saying deny it. Feel the pain. Oh my gosh, I feel I'm bleeding, I'm burning. I wish I had something to put on right now, a band-aid or something, or somebody came and lifted me up to get me up to where I need to be. All that is there, but nobody's coming to save you.
That's true.
Nobody's going to save you, right? And so you just look at the bruise and you would say internal bruise and external bruise is what I'm talking. You look at that and you say, oh, you know what? Yes, this happened. I'm learning. I'm in the learning process. Will I fall again? Yes, I will. Maybe another 5 seconds, I'm going to fall again. Right? So that's coming from my roller skates. Anyways, so I literally
That's
fell.
personal experience
I
there.
felt every step I took, I fell. But it's just the beauty of that is get up immediately. The faster you get up, the faster you're going to go forward.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The faster you get up. You don't want to say, I'm going to be in this until it teaches me a lesson. It's difficult to learn that lesson while you're in that pain, right? So it's like this. If somebody was in the swimming pool drowning, you throw you throw a rope to bring them out. You don't jump in with them and say, I'm going to save you while I'm in there with you. Both are going to
We're
drown.
both drowning. I'll save you.
A person will be terrified. He's like, no, 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 you just stay outside and bring me. I don't want to, so because if you're in there, you're going to dunk that person to save yourself. Am I right? This is getting very dramatic and very gross. Okay, so going back to the point, I have a vivid imagination, Denise. Going back to the point, you just throw the rope and bring that person out. You don't go dive with the person inside,
True.
right? So please do not stay there. And don't drag everybody else with you.
Oh, that's the worst. When they want to just drag you, that's the worst. That's the worst.
That's a worse. You don't want to, have you seen that where I see it a lot? I'll sit with you, I'll listen to you for free, but if you have to cry, it's $200. If I have to empathize with you, it's $500. if I
I heard of
if I
that
have
fight.
to cry with you, yeah, if I have to go with you to take care of the situation, it's $1,000. So people are putting price on things. So you're on your own, my friend.
You're on
You're
your
on
own.
your own. You got
Well,
the universe. You're not alone. You got the universe. No
that's
charge, free of charge, free advice, free caretaker, everything. The universe is at your disposal. Once you start believing that, you really don't. I'm not saying you don't need people around you. You do need people around you. You don't want to depend on others.
yeah. Well, I feel like this is a beautiful way to end it because we want to have like a 20-minute series. I believe that this is gonna be weekly, right, Sandy?
Yes, yes, it's going to be me. You're going to be listening to us like this. And if you have questions too, people can ask, hey, can you talk about this? This is the pain that I'm going through, or what? Talk about this.
We'll talk
Right?
about it, and you get two different perspectives. You get my perspective, and you get Sandy's perspective. And I would like to kind of put out there what makes us the authority, as people ask us all the time, to do this. Sandy, please tell me what you do.
My authorities first, I have been through all these beaten paths many times. So I have learned so many lessons on the way, just like everybody else. So it's not like I'm sitting in some queen chair or something. No, 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 no. I have fallen flat on the ground. That itself, I think, gives me some leverage to talk about it because of my own experiences. And I'm also certified pranic psychotherapy, pranic healer through Grandmaster Chokok Sui, the great Grandmaster, pranic healing, globally certified. So, and I have learned tremendous amount of lessons thanks to this modality. If not for this, I probably wouldn't be here. Opened my eyes, changed my life, and so that's where I am. I'm also a designer, a graphic web designer. And the way my unique combination of bringing alignment and healing energies through design is also, I have met so many beautiful souls along the way. So I thought, why not express this to the world, right? So, and bring some positivity into somebody's life. So yeah, definitely. I would love to continue this, Denise. And you started this, Denise. So thanks to you. It's all you. You started this and you asked me if I could be part of this, and it's a blessing. And I greatly, truly appreciate you having me on this. And we're going to have a blast together. And everybody's going to join us in that
Oh
fun
yeah.
journey.
Oh yeah. First of all, I love talking to you, Sandy. Like, favorite part is just talking to you because not only do you expand my mind, but there's times when you point out like, "Hey, Denise, that's a limiting belief right here," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." So it's really fun to have someone just like talk to me and even question my limitations for me to be able to process. So do know that I love talking to you.
Thank you.
As for
Tell me about you now.
my authority,
But tell the world about you.
tell the world. Well, my experience comes from life. Life decided to just give me a bunch of turmoils between, like, culturally having issues, body issues, self esteem issues, postpartum depression, horrible relationships. I have it. And I've gone through it. Um, I do, I've always had like this whole like social, what people call like social awkwardness, which I have now embraced because I actually love myself. No matter how awkward I can make somebody feel, I love it. It just makes me who I am.
You go, girl.
Thank you. But one of the things that I do have is I don't think too much of doing something. I just throw myself. So I saw that Sandy had an issue with wanting to start a podcast. I was like, hey, I have an issue being visible. Let's work. We'll just throw
Yeah.
ourselves.
Two issues made magic.
Hey,
Two negatives turned positive.
positive. And that's why I thought that this podcast would be the best because now we're taking how can we take negative things and make it into a positive thing. And my whole point of my authority and what I want to do is I want to make you a leader in your own life. I want you to start driving to your own destination rather than let life drive you. By becoming resilient, by self love, and by providing love to others. I know life happens, stories and events in life does happen, but that does not mean that we have to stay stuck in that same place. You can choose to not get out. So I'm a life coach. And because all I know and breathe is business, I do help women entrepreneur thrive and make choices in their life. So I thought that this would be the perfect way to kind of introduce ourselves,
Yeah,
give you guys our
yes.
authority, and
Yeah, and this, I think we're powerhouse. And for everybody that's watching us, please support this, right? We're here only to just have a conversation. There is no agenda. There is no underlying intention. The only intention is to make everybody feel that they're welcomed on
mm-hmm,
this planet and make everybody feel that they are here for a reason and we are a purpose and they have to find out that purpose. Nobody can find for themselves. So we're just here to just bring that thought provoking process from inside. Sometimes we lose that. So uh, definitely, and we will share a topic every week. right? We're gonna pick a topic, and it's gonna be fun, joyride. I'm telling you, this is a manifestation. The universe is meant for us to do this, and meant for all of you to be here with us. So thank you, Denise, and I so appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you,
Atma
everybody.
Namaste. I always end with Atma Namaste. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.